4 LPVO drills you should be doing right now. Today, we have the Strike Eagle 1-10x24. I'm going to be putting it through 4 separate drills, 2 here on the 50, 2 on the 100, to show you the versatility that the Strike Eagle 1-10x24 offers you. The first drill that I'm going to be running is Serpentine, straight out of Carbine 1. So I'm already here at the starting position, which is 20 yards away from a USPSA target. Then shooting position 2 is down there at the 10, and then finally we end at the 5-yard line. Each shooting position requires 5 rounds, and for a total of 15 rounds total for 75 points available, and we do shoot this for hit factor. I'm going to run this drill using the Strike Eagle on 1X and turning up the illuminated reticle, and I'm going to run it just like a red dot, and let's see how we do. All right, unload and show clear here. Clear. Let's check the target. That was at a 954 with True Charlie, so I'm down 4 points. I'll be able to plug this information into the tablet and see how I did. All right, got the tablet. We're gonna score this up. Time was a 954. We got 2 Charlie, and the rest, of course, were Alpha. That gives me a 744 hit factor, which I'm actually pretty happy with. Again, going from 20 to 10 yards and then down to 5 shows the capability of having something like a Strike Eagle 1-10. I just put the illuminated reticle on and just use it as a true red dot, and I'm pretty happy with this. The second drill that I'll be shooting is called Rundown. I'm already here at the starting position, 40 yards away from a USPSA open target. On the start signal, I'll fire 5 initial rounds here and then have to run down to the 20 and fire an additional 5 rounds. That, in essence, ends string 1. I will then reset down at the 10-yard line, and there I'll shoot 5 rounds stationary. On that 5th round, initiate movement. I'll have until the 5-yard line to shoot 5 rounds on the move. And of course, guys, we're scoring this hit factor, both strings all together there at the end, and we'll score the target when we get down to it. Being that we're starting here at the 40-yard line, I'm going to start dialed up at 5X and quickly be able to transition down to 1X while I'm on the move. And then when I get to the 20, use that center illuminated reticle as a red dot. Let's see how we do. All right, let's score this up. That was a time of 3:83. All right, I'll pull that time. 1 Charlie total, which I'm pretty sure was from the 40. Let's go, we'll score it all up. There was a little bit of a delay when I took my first step after the 5 stationary rounds there at the 10. My right foot tends to crash a little harder, which draws the sights down, as evident here in my shot, my second and third shot that I actually ended up pulling down anyway. But overall, I'll take a 1 Charlie run. So that's a total time of 11:25, hit factor of 8.71. Let's go over to the 100. All right, guys, as you can tell, we are now at the 100-yard range. Behind me, I have an open target at 25 yards. I have one of those at 50, and then I have a reduced size USPSA target all the way down at 100 yards. Of course, up close, I'll start in the standing position. I'll drop down into kneeling for the target at 50, and then for the furthest target out, I'll drop down to the prone. On the open target up close at 25 yards, I'll be able to use that center reticle illuminated just as a true 1X red dot. And then of course, as the targets progress and get harder and harder and get further out, at 50 yards, I'll have to dial up about halfway, which puts me right at 5X. And of course, to appreciate where the center A zone is at 100 yards on that reduced size USPSA, I will have to dial up all the way to 10X. All of that made super easy here on the Strike Eagle. So let's make ready and let's see how we do. All right, that was a total time of 23:24. Let's go down and score the hits. We got one close one on the right, and I'm not gonna give myself that one, so 4 and 1. All right, it looks like 3 and 2 here. And we'll keep it moving. All right. And then here, ooh. Oh. Well, I'm gonna be hard on myself and not give myself that one. So we got 4 and 1 down here. That gives you a total hit factor of 288, all right? Dropped some points at the 50. Wasn't super pleased with my kneeling position, but hey, it is what it is. At least one Charlie from each position, I'll take it. Let's go back. Last but not least, as you can see behind me at 100 yards, I have 3 separate targets. I've got 2 open USPSA targets, and right in the middle, I have a reduced size USPSA target. Now, I'm going to be shooting those targets with 2 rounds each from each of 3 positions: standing barricade, low kneeling barricade, and a standing barricade on the right side over here. And again, 2 rounds from each position on each target. At the end of this, what I should see is 6 rounds in the center of each target. Now, I will be shooting this for hit factor just to record time and hits. And you know, something I learned from the last drill is 10x is more than enough to even see the center of that reduced size target. So I'm just gonna dial it up to 8, 9x and just leave it there and fire all the shots on all the targets using that magnification. So let's shoot this and let's see how we do. Right, that's good for a 42-32. So even if I was shooting this for part-time, I would probably set a part-time of 90 seconds, maybe at a different position, but it should comfortably still put me under that part-time of 90 seconds. So let's go down range, just check it out. So I've already pulled my time, 43-32 once again, which I'm not actually too mad at, especially shooting 2 per. I think the hits are gonna be there, guys. Let's check it out. All right, so as you guys heard, I shot with a high degree of confirmation. So clean over here on the open, clean on the open, and that is a solid line break. Looks like 1 Charlie on the center, reduced size USPSA. Guys, I'd actually be pretty interested to see what you guys can come up with on this drill. Again, shot this with a high degree of confirmation. I'm sure some of you guys out there are like, wow, he shot super slow. But I was trying to collect points and I met my goal. So yeah, you got 4 drills available to you. I'd be excited to see what you guys are capable of on some of these drills. 2 of which we actually shoot in classes here at Vortex Edge. So it'd be really cool to see what you can do in person. Again, shout out to the Strike Eagle 1-10, made these drills, whether I was shooting up close and personal or shooting really small things at 100 yards. It made these drills pretty easy, I will say. It'd be interesting to see what this thing can do at some further distances. So if you guys have any questions about anything that we did here, the drills, or even the Strike Eagle 1-10x24, make sure you drop them in the comments below.